Welcome back to Combat Talk recap of UFC 329 McGregor versus Holloway 2. It's your host Marco. Solo dolo still. Pedro is in Turkey getting a height extension surgery, so he's going from 4'8" to 5'8", so getting a foot taller. Very happy for him. Unfortunately, I don't have the intro, so fucking intro. We're just getting right into it, right? Let's start. What a fucking card, right? I mean, despite what people say, right? Again, this is a McGregor card, right? Like, let's not talk about what the fucking end result is, which we'll get into that. But I've been telling people, man, every single time people put on a show on a McGregor card, like him or not, he brings a different energy. We can't argue with McGregor fan, but you can't argue with the fact that a McGregor card is a McGregor card. Everybody's bringing a different energy, and we saw it, man. All these fights, hell of a fights. I tuned in on the end of the early prelims with Tracy Cortez and Wayne Kong. Wayne Kong takes the win by decision. I mean, I called it. Yeah, I mean, Wayne Kong, one thing about her, I feel like since she started, she's been getting better. I know she had that one loss. I think she got subbed or something like that. But, yeah, she seems disciplined. I feel like every single fight, she's got a game plan. She sticks to it, doesn't get too crazy. I would like to see her maybe take a little more risk. But she doesn't do that, and I mean that's fine too. You know, sometimes you're so disciplined you don't want to take no risk. So I think that's the only thing I could nitpick. Maybe would make her a little more exciting. But she started off good, broke down Tracy Cortez's base at the beginning of the fight, first round, and then rest of the rounds were kind of just one way for Wayne Kong. Tracy had some certain moments with her boxing, but I don't know. I don't know what happened to Tracy Cortez's wrestling and ground game. I guess you just completely forgot about it. But yeah, another loss for Tracy Cortez. I don't know what to say with Tracy Cortez. I feel like every last kind of fight I've seen from her, she doesn't really have an answer for anything, whether that be the striking or the wrestling. So she finds some success soon, maybe a different camp, maybe a different gym or something, but I feel like something's got to change in that Tracy Cortez team. Moving on. Luke Riley versus Kai Kamaka. Yeah, I mean, quick and easy day in the office for Luke Riley. Round one, big overhand, big right, just lands right on that. I think right behind the ear, right on the ear, I mean. And, yeah, Luke Riley just pieced Kai Kamaka up. It was quick. First round in 3 minutes. It was Riley looked sharp. I know he's pretty new, and he's in the featherweight division, so we'll see what they throw at his way. There's some interesting matchups to be there. Moving on. Bantamweight. Cody Garbrandt versus Adrian Yanez. I mean, typical Cody fashion. Starts off okay or good. All of a sudden gasses out in like a minute, and then Yanez just knocks him out. I don't know what to say, man. I hate to say it, but it's expected from Cody. And that fight very lackluster, if you would. So another loss for Cody. Something's got to change, or I don't know. I think Cody's on that tail end of his career, man. I think he's got a I don't know. Maybe he's got a fight or two left, but for the company. I think it's time for Cody to sail on to the sunset. But moving on, the complete opposite. Someone that's at the beginning of their career, Gable Stevenson versus Alicia Ellenson. Gable Stevenson, a lot of hype behind his name. This is his UFC debut. A lot of hype behind him, Olympic wrestler, Olympic medalist wrestler. Did a lot of stuff in college wrestling. I mean, big name in the wrestling world. Looking to get into the MMA world. I think he was he was in the NFL for a little bit too. Didn't really like it. Got into the MMA world. We saw him in other. I think he had one MMA fight, one dirty boxing fight, and something like that. And now UFC debut. A lot of hype, a lot of expectations, and he came and delivered with a round 1 knockout in 2.5 minutes. So very athletic, explosive heavyweight, which with the heavyweight division being as shallow as it is right now, I mean, we see it with Ho Kick, man. You can, I think if you can run over 2 miles in the heavyweight division, you're in the top 5 already. Because Gabe was just athletic, explosive. One thing I would say, man, zero head movement. He was getting tagged a lot, but hell of a chin, I guess. Because, I mean, Ellison landed some big shots on Gable, too. Gable just seems to have no real head movement. Head is always down the line. But I'll tell you what, for someone that's only been striking for, I want to say maybe 2 years, kicks are great, man. I mean, John Jones ran all over those kicks, but kicks are great. Long range is great. Hooks, great hooks. I mean, it's just powerful. He's a powerful guy. So, but those kicks were impressive. I was very impressed by his kicks. Again, for those that know, Gable Stevenson does have John Jones in his corner. So he's learning from one of the greatest to do it. Like I said, I was very impressed with those kicks, man. The way he was coming at the body with those kicks really, I think, took a lot of gas out of Ellison real quick. And then, I think between that and just explosive from Gable was able to get in close range and just start going ham in the close range. A lot of hooks, some elbows. Very impressed with all the elbows that he threw. So, good debut for Gable. We'll see if he lives up to the hype, but I wasn't mad at it. And the final fight on the prelims, my boy, Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whittaker versus Nikita Krylov, man. Hey, first of all, light heavyweight, Bobby Knuckles, man. He looks different. He looks, hey, man, you got that dad bod going on, but it worked for him. He went out there. He looked good. He was moving around. Still looked pretty light for being light heavyweight. You could see he was a little more tired than he usually gets, but I mean, a lot more weight on him. I would like to see him maybe put on that weight, a little more with a little leaner fashion. But besides that, man, hey, he looked good. He went in there and knocked out Nikita on that third round. I hear that he broke his jaw. So Bobby Knuckles, man, in the win column. Hey, he's got some fights at light heavyweight. I think we could see him, Paulo Costa. Fuck it. Book it. Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa 2. Whittaker won that first one. Why not? Different weight class. Why not? Make it. I'm here for it. They both look good on their light heavyweight debut. The storylines there. Let's do it. But nah, there's I think Whittaker's got some. He's looking like that. I think there's a couple other guys in there that he'll give some problems to. So we'll see. Maybe he gets a top 15 or even top 10 sometime soon. Moving on to the main card, the big fights. Starting off, man, we got the Unk King Green coming in, taking on Terrence McKinney. What a fight, right? I mean, these guys both started off. They're trying to take each other's heads off. I mean, like I said, this one, by the way, all my picks so far since Tracy and all the prelims hit, this one, I had everybody thought McKinney was going to get it done quick just because he always gets it done quick. I had him taking him a lot longer, and King Green making it a lot harder. However, King Green made it a lot harder than expected and got McKinney out of there in the last 2 seconds of the fight, man. McKinney, I mean, like I said, they started off going at each other, trying to take each other's heads off. Eventually, McKinney's able to drop. I think he takes Green down. Just ground and pound, man. Just going at him, trying to get him out, trying to get a sub, ground and pound. He had good amount of ground control for, I want to say, around 3 minutes. In the last minute or so, King Green's able to get up. He has McKinney on the fence. Looks like McKinney kind of gassed himself out trying to get Green out of there in that first round. He was that chip on the shoulder that he gets people out in the first round, and I think that's what happened. King Green starts going in on him. Throws a front kick towards that body. Looks like it hit McKinney in the liver, then followed up with a body shot, and McKinney just crumbled. I mean, you know that body. When that body's hurt, you can't do nothing about it. No matter how much, pride and how much grit you have, it's just you shut down sometimes. And yeah, I think they could have let it gone on for 2 more seconds, but that same situation with a minute left, they would have stopped it. So, some people can argue early stoppage. Some people can say, again, like I said, if that would have happened, a minute before, they would have stopped it anyway. So I'm not mad at it. I'm happy King Green's on his little win streak. I think he deserves a bigger name, maybe bigger position on the card, co-main. Maybe not the biggest card, but or even main event on a fight night or something. I'm here for it. Next, another one. Man, I was on fire tonight. Brandon Royval versus Loner Kavanagh. Hey, I told you not to count Royval out, but this is another. I mean, flyweights, some of the best fights gotta be with flyweights, man. They always come to put on the show. It's so much fun. They have so much energy, so much technique, so much skill. It's just, I love it, man. And then when you have 2 dogs in there like Royval and Kavanagh who like to bang, you can't be mad at it. And Royval showed Kavanagh that there's levels to this. Kavanagh, young, hungry guy. I think he's early 20s, taking on Royval. At this point, he's a veteran at the game. But Royval was getting the best. I knew it. I said that. I thought Kavanagh was going to have a little more success. I still thought Royval was going to take it, but I thought Kavanagh was going to have a little more success. But Royval was just able to time him correctly, have the bigger moments, which was key to the victory, and then mix it up. And that's exactly what he did. And he ends up getting a sub on that round 3. So very happy for Royval. I think Royval is in a weird little spot at flyweight just because, I mean, who does he fight, right? He's obviously, we got stuff going on up there for the title shot, right? We got Pantoja Van still waiting for that. I think Cop is supposedly next for a title shot. So let's say Van wins, Cop gets the shot, right? Or if Pantoja wins, I think there's gonna be a trilogy. So Cop's on the side. Does he wait for a full year? Does Royval fight Cop again? I don't know. I think there's a big. Royval's in a weird spot. Does Royval have to fight somebody that's under him? It's a weird spot for Royval, but can't count Royval out, man. Always put on a hell of a show. So shout out to the boy Royval and Kavanagh. I like Kavanaugh, man. I'm not mad at it. He's good. He still has a little bit to learn, but get him in was it Haraguchi in there. That's my pick for him to fight next. Next one, another one that I hit on, man. I was on fire, like I said. Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Batista. Hell of a fight. I enjoyed it a lot. Again, people were talking about that Mario doesn't have the IQ, that he doesn't know what to do with. I don't know, but yeah, round. It's a unanimous decision by Mario. It's a little weird. First round was interesting. Corey was getting a little bit better of Mario. Had some moments. However, towards the end of the fight, Mario's able to grab Corey's leg and hit him with a mean knee bar, which I think might have done something to Corey's hamstrings, because after that leg was shot. I mean, Corey. One thing that makes Corey so good is his movement. You know, he's lengthy, so he's able to deal with his range really well and just move around, and really good lateral movement. He's able to close down on people and then get his own distance just by using that lateral movement. And yeah, I think he kind of shut that down a little bit with that hurt leg. And Mario Batista was having really good moments throughout the fight, man. I'm a Mario Batista fan. A lot of people shit on him, but I think he's a lot smarter than people give him out to be. A lot better than people give him out to be. And I think his team. I think he's got a really fucking solid team. So I'm happy Mario won. We'll see what's next for Corey. He's, again, another person that's in a weird spot. Recently fought for a title, so it's not like he's getting anything like that anymore. So we'll see who they're going to throw at this guy. Yeah, and then same thing with bantamweight. We got a little bit of a traffic jam up there in the championship level of it, right? We're waiting for Marab, I guess, or whoever is going to fight Petr Yan. So, yeah. Regarding Mario Batista, I don't know. Does he get an Umar again? Maybe. That's the only thing that kind of makes sense to me. Would they throw Sean at Mario? I don't know. He's, like I said, Mario's in a weird spot too. Maybe Sean. Yeah, Sean Strickland or... Not Sean Strickland. Jesus Christ. Sean O'Malley or Umar. That's my money for Mario Batista. And if he gets past those, man, he could be up there for a title shot soon. Next. This one. Yeah. Didn't hit on this one. The only thing of the night that I didn't really hit. Well, besides the King Green, but I wasn't mad at this one. This one I'm mad about. Benet St. Denis versus Paddy Pimblett. Paddy by sub in 50 seconds. Are you fucking for real? I mean, my pick was Paddy gets knocked out. Not because I think BST is better than Paddy. Just because, like I said, Paddy coming from that war versus Gaethje 6-month turnaround. I just don't think the best idea was to strike for Paddy. But luckily he didn't have to, because BST gives his fucking neck up like nobody I know. I mean, why the fuck? One thing about Paddy is Paddy's ground game is all in his guard, right? If you look at Paddy, doesn't have the best takedowns, doesn't have the best wrestling per se or takedown wise, but if you take him down, but he's so dangerous in his guard that why the fuck would you go just straight up give up your neck, just give yourself up to Paddy? That's the dumbest move. I'm so fucking mad about that. I'm not even mad that Paddy won, because again, I'm not the biggest Paddy fan, but I just thought this was gonna be genuinely a good fucking fight. Like, again, I thought Paddy was gonna get knocked out, but this was gonna be one that could have gone on to the third round of just violence. But that shit was so stupid with BSD, man. I think this fight has to happen again. I hope they see each other again, and BSD actually, because this is striking wise fight. But Patty did what he had to do, man. Clean ass Darce choke. That shit was the way he tied that in, man. Clean. Very impressed. Very impressed. But hey, that's Patty's signature. You know, you give him a chance for submission. He's gonna take it, and he's not gonna let anything slide. So win for Patty. With that fight being made, I think we could see Ilya and Patty soon. I mean, not soon, but couple months from now, maybe end of the year or beginning of next year. I think beginning of next year. I think Ilya still needs some time. An ass whooping like that, like I said, give his ass some time, but the beef is there. Yeah, the beef is there, and I think it'll be a hell of a fight. I think it'll be a good comeback for Ilya Taporia. You take out Patty, who's got so much hype on him, or with Patty, you take out a previous champ. So why the hell not? Regarding BSD, I don't know. You give him Gamrot, maybe. That would make sense to me. Only guy ahead of BSD is Moicano, which we saw what Moicano did to BSD. So Gamrot, give BSD Gamrot, I would say. I don't think they fought. No, they haven't. So, yeah. BSD Gamrot is the only thing that makes sense. I think it's a hell of a fight. So, book it. So, yeah, that's my guess. BSD Gamrot, Patty, Ilya. Not early next year, but I think April. A little before the summer. Late spring. And that brings us into our main event. Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. 2. Very anticipated return of the Mac. Conor McGregor taking on a fan favorite, Max Holloway. 5 years off for Conor McGregor. And it ended badly, man. Conor McGregor comes in with a flying kick. Lands on his right leg. Blows out his knee. And that's all she wrote. There's nothing to break down in this fight. Genuinely nothing. There's this whole conspiracy about, was he injured before? Was he injured at? I don't know. Does it really fucking matter? If he was injured before, what was he going to do? Call off the fight? He already called off when he was supposed to fight Chandler. He's called off a couple fights off of injuries. You know, I think at this point, I don't know. A lot of people shit on McGregor. Definitely some things in his life he's done that I don't condone, but at the end of the day, man, I was hyped for his return. I was I don't know. I'm a believer that you can learn from everybody. Doesn't mean you necessarily have to love him, but you see his life, you see what he's gone through. I see how he's been talking lately, and I don't know. To me, I was hyped. I was motivated, you know? Me, myself, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go on a run just from seeing McGregor talking, you know? You can't argue that. You can sit there and bitch and be like, he did that. Yeah, he did, right? And I don't love McGregor. Definitely not, right? But to see 5 years, see this guy who's got, you know, multi-millionaire, billionaire, I don't know what he is, you know? I think he's just a millionaire. Just, quote unquote, you know, just. Top, you know, first 2-time champ, fights Floyd, first crossover MMA boxing since the UFC. The whiskey brand going out, all the stuff that he's done, you know, all the crazy fights that he's had, and then to still have kind of like that fire to even come back, I don't know. That's why I can't fully be mad at him, you know, and I genuinely and that's also why feel a little bad for him. I mean, it's hard to feel bad for someone that made 30 million off of 90 seconds, right? But taking that out of the equation, I feel bad because to be the type of champ that, the type of athlete he once was, like, you have to have a certain type of mentality. And I think he might not have the exact same mentality, but it's still there. And that feeling is still there. And I think it's hard to really enjoy those 30 million, which eventually, I'm sure after a day or two, you're gonna enjoy them. Once you get that direct deposit, once you get that notification, for sure you're gonna be happy. But yeah, I can't imagine that spot that he's in to go home and being like, "Fuck, the fuck was that?" So honestly, I wish him a speedy recovery. I called it that if he lost Poirier, Poirier tweeted that he was on an interview. He said that he'll come back and fight him. I genuinely think that fight is very plausible. Again, we saw what Poirier recently is kind of, he's struggling a little bit with the retirement. Wishing him well too. And McGregor low-key was retired, and he was struggling with that retirement too. Now they're, both trying to be back. I think it makes sense. I think it's a better fight than people expect, and the build-up should be good. I think this fight is not even just about McGregor's return anymore. I think there's a genuine fight here. Like, there's a storyline, there's beef, and I think there's a chance for both, low key. I would side a little bit more with Poirier just because he was a little more active, and that performance with Islam was only what, I think a little over a year ago. So it's like, he's still fresh. He's not fully out, and but I think it'll be a better fight than expected. So I think for McGregor, again, wishing him a speedy recovery, and hopefully he'll be back at least one last time. And I think if he is, it'll be with Poirier. And regarding Max, man, hey, shout out to my boy Max. Easiest fucking whatever he made, a couple million. I think 5 million or something like that. I forgot what the purse was, but easiest couple millions that he's ever made in his life, man. Didn't take no damage. So I don't know. He said he wants to run it back with McGregor. I think he just said that because why the fuck not? Why would you not say that? You just got a big-ass payday by doing nothing. A very winnable fight for him. So, yeah, if they give it to him, good for him. Regarding Max, I'm not sure what's next for Max. Again, people were talking about he stays up there at 170. I definitely don't think he should do that. But he just lost the BMF to Charles, so I don't think that's on the table. Gaethje's possible. I doubt it, though. No title shot. You still got Arman up there. I don't know. I'll be interested to see what they come up with Max, because I really don't have. I think I would really have to sit and look at the rankings and pull out the drawing board, because this fight with McGregor was so fucking unexpected. So I don't know. But yeah, that's the wrap up for McGregor versus Holloway 2. I think it was a great fucking card. Taking the main event out of the equation, I'll give it a 9.5. With the main event, I'm giving it an 8. But hell of a card. I enjoyed it. I was locked in from the very beginning. Well, almost the very beginning. Can't complain. It was a good international fight week. And we'll see. We'll see what's next for all these fighters. I think after all these fights, we have some interesting matchups coming up. So we'll see. But with that being said, that's it for the recap. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. And we will see y'all on the next one.